We're back at the Tokin Shop Lounge here at the Benzinga Cannabis Capital Conference, and we are joined by our next guest. What's up, Sarah? Let us know who you are and what you do.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. I'm Sarah Falvo. I'm the Director of Marketing for Vertosa. We are a science-backed, technology-forward emulsion company in the space. We have over 200 clients. We infuse beverages, gummies, edibles, all the things.
You guys are empowering the edible game. Huge fan of Vertosa. Ben and the whole team, you guys are doing amazing work. So I want to talk a little bit marketing. You have a background in that. First question is, what are the top 3 marketing levers and strategies to execute in cannabis retail specifically? So for those who work in the cannabis space, cannabis retail is very different than cannabis branding and cannabis, there's different segments in marketing. Specifically in cannabis retail, what are your top 3 strategies?
Sure, and it's interesting for us because we kind of straddle both worlds of hemp-derived and regulated THC. So there's 2 retail aspects of what I'm going to chat about too, which is really interesting. So we have the dispensaries, and then we also have the liquor stores that are carrying the hemp-derived drinks now. So, but for both of them, one of the things that is key is really community-driven brand building and education on both of those fronts. So on the dispensary side, you have people coming in and they don't know about the dosing. They need suggestions on how to use it, all of that. And so things like pop-ups and brand activations are really helpful in that sense because they get to talk to the folks behind the drinks and really just understand because they need the education. And also on the liquor store side, so hemp-derived beverages are pretty new in the space. We have a lot of newcomers who have never tried them before and are curious. So again, in-store presence, pop-ups, really educating the consumer about the differences and just having the conversation. That's really what it is. So that would be my first one for sure.
And pop-ups are fun too.
They are.
Experiences, it helps on the branding side, helps people connect with what your brand is and what it represents, what their values are. It's just deeper, right?
Yeah, and it's a personal connection then. Like if they have a good experience, they're going to tie that to the drinks as well. So that's my top one for sure. And then kind of building off of that, my second one is those in-store experiences and just doing them correctly. So on the regulated side in cannabis, for the dispensaries, tastings, and I'm kind of talking more about beverages for this, but tastings, a lot of them, you want to make sure that it's a good mouthfeel, that you like the flavors, all of that, and again, just connecting with the folks. And then even more so for the liquor stores. So 70% of the consumers who are buying in liquor stores are brand new customers to cannabis.
Really?
Yes.
So I imagine it's because they're coming and kind of are curious.
Yes.
And they're like, you know what? I'm going to give it a try because I kind of want an alternative to drinking, right?
Totally, yes. They're coming in buying some alcohol, but they're also curious and buying a pack. So just having kind of constant representation of brands in those liquor stores just to say, hey, we're here. We're another alternative. Exactly. We're not scary. We belong, in all the places. So it's really interesting. So just actual in-store activations are important and how you do them too.
Have you found that this is like a big conversation you're having at the conference? How has it been lately just when it comes to connecting with retailers specifically?
Yes, our company is very involved on the traditional beverage side in terms of conferences, groups that we're speaking with and working with as well. So we understand where all of this is going. So we want to be at the forefront of that. So we are having those conversations. We are infiltrating ourselves into those rooms and things like that. And it's important. It's a huge market opportunity, and we're already seeing it. And really, with the D2C aspect too, it's a game changer.
It is. I mean, a lot of us in the industry, have seen the stats on the growth of the beverage industry specifically. So I'm excited to see where it's going. So these marketing strategies, they're key, right? It's the sauce, and it's the sauce ahead of even the beginning of the recipe, right?
Yeah,
because I think it's not even there yet. Like, it's just starting to grow. So I think the next question is what to stay away from. What do we need to scrap?
Yes, I would say pushing out a product into the market at the retail level just to have it out there. And this also,
we've all seen that.
yes,
yeah.
and especially with beverages, people are seeing the meteor, I can't even say that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, the very fast rise of hemp beverages, and they're like, oh, we got to get one out.
Yeah.
Not thinking about impact of flavors, not thinking about branding, not thinking about their emulsion, because that's actually a huge problem.
That's interesting.
If you don't have the right emulsion, your drinks are not going to be good. A lot of the THC actually leaches into the cans, depending on what type of cans.
Really?
Yes, so the end result might be something that is not really actually testing at the THC level that's
I've
printed on
also
the can.
seen some stuff with like cans, like where they get soft and like leaky.
Yes.
And I've always wondered about that, like what is going on there. So they're messing up there with like the pressuring?
Yeah, it's all of it. So it's the issues with the emulsion, like eating away at things. So it's the type of packaging you have, how you're storing it, how it's being actually transported to. So a lot of the times if it's a shaky ride, some of the THC will be absorbed more into the can. So all of that. So we're working at Vertosa to really do that. So we do a lot of white papers and studies and education about all of that to actually educate the brands who are making the cans and the products, because we just want good product out there, and especially if they're using our emulsion, we want them to be as prepared as possible.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Wow. Do you have any more don'ts to stay away from?
Yes, for sure. I hate, that's a strong word, but I do, when a brand says everyone is our customer. That's not true.
Yeah.
Not everyone's your customer. There are segments, and I
think brands just don't want to turn away money,
yes,
right? They're like, everybody, we'll take it all.
Totally.
But in reality, you can't serve everybody, and if you try to serve everybody, you're serving nobody, right?
Exactly. Like, niche is okay, because especially, again, in the world of beverages, because there's so many right now, you do have to have a focus. You really do. So whether it be, more for like relaxing after a day or more for energy in the morning. I mean, like Uncle Arnie's has shots with caffeine in it now. So there are customers out there that should be focused on, and really, truly, not everyone is your customer.
Yeah. I love that. It's great advice. I want to end with like you sharing a little bit about your first experience going to dispensary.
Sure.
Where was it? What was the product you purchased? And really, how has that informed your journey to this point?
Absolutely. That's a great question. So I am a consumer at heart. Started my teenage years, was stealing my mom's weed from her stash.
Oh, I love that your mom was smoking weed.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
and my dad. Yes, and it was funny because it was this weird thing because like she couldn't say anything because then she would like let on that like she knew that I knew that she had weed, so it was like this little dance. But now we smoke together. Yes.
Wow, that's so sweet.
Oh yeah. Yes.
I love that.
She loves that I'm in this industry. So I've been smoking forever. I remember the first time I went into a dispensary. So I live in California, so it was probably the week that 215 passed and it flipped to adult use. So I went to one of the dispensaries, which was a tiny hole in the wall, and I thought it was the best thing. Like they maybe had like 30 products or something. It was so small, and I was like, this is amazing. Well, a couple years later, now we have more dispensaries and everything.
So much to choose from.
I've been able to choose my favorite, and it's been an interesting experience. So the smaller dispensary in the beginning, there were only so many options. Now you go into the store, there is a wealth of options. So I'm glad we kind of like moved to that. But my favorite dispensary now has a huge range and mix of beverages and ingestibles as well. So it's fun to kind of have that selection. That's why I like going into dispensaries, see the new products, the weird products, all the like niche things. And that's what I love about California too, because we have like every single product out there. You want an infused potato chip, they're out there, everything. So,
I have seen it.
Yes.
And I feel like I still think we're in like the beginning stages of what edibles can really do.
Yes.
I think people are starting to think out of the box. I think people are starting to make them taste better too.
Yes.
Because back in the day, I remember those days where it just tasted like you're eating a nug.
Yeah.
It just wasn't pleasant.
Yes.
Or you're just eating it as fast as possible.
Totally.
And not knowing what you're gonna feel like too. It's like jumping into the ocean, like I don't know what it's gonna feel like. Am I gonna die? Maybe,
yeah.
but you know, but not. You're gonna wake up. So at least you know.
That's so true.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us here at the Tokin Shop Lounge here at the Benzinga Capital Conference. We're just getting started.
Thank you, Susie. I appreciate all you do for the industry.
Oh, likewise.